Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to present the 2023 Franklin County High School Flyer Marching Band. The Director of Flyer Bands is Mr. Josh Thomas. The Associate Director is Mr. Andrew McGranahan. The Major Head Coach is Miss Tiffany Dispinet. The Flyers are led on the field by Assistant Drum Majors Junior Graham Clemens and Junior Abby Conway, and Head Drum Major Senior Ashley Sayre.
Go! Help!
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise for the presentation of colors for the Franklin County High School Air Force Junior ROTC Guard. Features Cadet J.Ben Valdez, Cadet Kevin McDonald, Cadet Aiden Rice, and Cadet Ivan White. Is the Franklin County High School Flyer Band under the direction of Mr. Josh Thomas plays our national anthem.
Good boy. Wait, check.
Round 2 of the playoffs. The Flyers take on a familiar foe. That's up next here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Benny Watkins Field here at Franklin County High School. Clint Goins, Chris Cole, and Kyle Thompson here with you tonight as Franklin County takes on North Oldham, a team in their district. And North Oldham, I think, Chris, they finished second in the district, but Franklin County undefeated so far.
Yeah, in all sense and purposes, North Oldham was second-place team in the district behind Franklin County. Coach Roberts at North Oldham is district player or coach of the year, and I think they got the offensive player of the year in the district as well.
Chris, I just want to go ahead and say that this is the most disrespect that a Franklin County football team has ever received. And I have been following Franklin County football since we were making notes and
don't show your age.
And Mr.
Kyle.
Johnson's, French class on stone tablets. Look, we have a team that is 11-0 now, 10-0 regular season. Beat this team 60-13 the last time they played them. Had double the amount of total yards the last time we played them, and played our JV for the last quarter and a half, and you gave the player of the year and the coach of the year to North Oldham. Now, I don't know what else could be more disrespectful to a team than what we're seeing right there. Now, I'll tell you this. The Flyers have had 5 days to stew on that when that came out on Monday morning. And I'll tell you what, I think they're a little motivated.
Well, and I talked to some of the coaches pregame tonight out on the track, and that was the consensus I got from everybody I talked to, how motivated the players have been all week in practice. I think that this is going to be a statement game moving forward in the playoffs starting tonight. And last week they came in and they took care of business against Doss. And, everybody on paper that looked very lopsided, and it proved to be a minute 15 in, you're 2 touchdowns up.
The reality is that Franklin County has real talent on both sides of the ball, and we have specialists when it comes to those positions. And as the Flyers come out through the tunnel here, for years past, sometimes we've had to play, Iron Man football to put your best players out there. We don't have to do that anymore, and we have good players at every position, and in just about every position, we outscore you when it comes to ratings of those players, of just about anybody, until you get into the Corbins and the Cov Caths, and even still, we're holding our own with the number 2 RPI in the state. Yeah,
Franklin County is a deep team. They have good players, and they have good players in the backup positions as well. Well, we've got about 30 seconds till tip-off. We'll step aside ever so briefly and come back here at Benny Watkins Field on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Game of the Week is brought to you by David Tolles Auto Pro. You're in good hands with David Tolles Auto Pro. Bring your vehicle to us for the best repairs in the Frankfort area. 2 locations at 1348 Versailles Road and 515 Duncan Road. And check us out at davidtollsautopro.com.
Game of the Week is brought to you by J.O. Osborne with the Franklin County Farm Bureau. The Franklin County Farm Bureau's J.O. Osborne wishes all of our local teams a healthy, competitive, and successful season. J.O. and Kentucky Farm Bureau have been insuring Frankfort since 1943. With them on your team, when you experience a loss from an accident or storm, it can be a real game changer.
Welcome back, folks. We're excited to bring you tonight's game here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week. Chris, do you think there is any chance that the Flyers could be looking past this game?
I don't think so. You know, we kind of touched on it. You know, the players feel like that their coach got disrespected. They feel like that their teammates have got disrespected. They're out to make a statement tonight. And, you know, it's going to start on the defensive side of the ball. The first time these two teams met, Franklin County jumped out really quick, and then a couple of turnovers and a really long offensive drive by North Oldham, and they got back in the game, but then, you know, Franklin County pulled away as the half and the start of the second half progressed.
All right, we have a flag on the play. I have a feeling that somebody on the Flyer squad jumped offside, so we will kick it off one more time. Easton Powell is the kicker for Franklin County. He also handles the PATs and the field goals and has a strong leg.
Maybe one of the best kickers in the state.
And in fact, getting a 5-yard penalty off the bat may actually benefit Franklin County. To be truthful, it will force North Oldham to run it back instead of taking the ball to 20. They do get it out to 24. And North Oldham will take over. The quarterback is Jace Bullock. He has passed for 2,445 yards. One of the better quarterbacks in the state, particularly in 4A, but the last time these two teams met, Franklin County really kind of shut him down for the most part.
Yeah, you know, we touched on it at the first game of the season. They really like to throw the ball a lot, but they came out and tried the ground attack, and it kind of threw the Flyers off a little bit, but able to make some adjustments. And as you can see, they tried to run the ball on the first play tonight.
That was Christopher Richardson. He's just a freshman, but one of their main ball carriers. Only gets about a yard on that carry. In fact, they're not quite giving him a full yard. Still 2nd and 10. Let's say 9.5, if you will. And they try to get the Flyers to jump off sides, and they may have accomplished it. Slow call, though. I mean, he jumped and they jumped back, and that's when they blew the whistle. You can see right here on our Whitehead Hancock instant replay.
And I think, you know, they saw Ty Taylor as he come across with the motion man out of the backfield, kind of take a step forward towards the line of scrimmage, and that may have caused the lineman to jump off there.
They hand off again, but
and another flag on
not
the play.
much there. See what the call is. Doesn't look like it's going to go in Franklin County's favor. Holding, oh, it is on Franklin County's favor, and they do accept it. So we will repeat.
Right there, you cannot, as you said last week, you cannot tackle a defender. So we're back at the original line of scrimmage.
Yes, we are. So now it's 2nd down and 10.
Well,
the scoreboard says 5, but it really is.
Should be 2nd and 15.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry.
Well, originally they spotted it as a 5-yard penalty, and that was throwing me off a little bit, but they got it right.
Threw me off too. But yeah, holding is a 10-yard penalty. Bullock throws out to Richardson, but he doesn't get much.
Little rollout pass here. Franklin County does a really good job of closing in really quick and shutting down that running lane.
That's Hunter Gottshaw on the tackle for the Flyers.
And this is definitely not what North Oldham wanted to be in as a 3rd and long against this Flyer defense.
Bullock, and is that picked off?
Yes.
Did he get it?
Yes, he did.
Oh, wow. Big play there for Franklin County. Shalom Moore, a sophomore for the Flyers with the pick. I'm not sure who Bullock was looking at there. I guess he was looking for number 18, but that'd be Gray Schmidl. He's their number 1 receiver with 910 receiving yards on the season, but Moore was just sitting there. And this is a little halfback pass by Gavin Hurst, well short of his intended target, Brennan Robinson.
Yeah, they tried to catch North Oldham off guard there with the double pass, and North Oldham defended it really well. They got in the backfield really quick and forced Hurst to get rid of it in short arm.
If memory serves me correctly, Franklin County pulled that play off rather successfully the first time these two teams met this season, and that may be why North Oldham was defending it so well. Christian Moore. Burst ahead for about a couple of yards.
Yeah, he looked to go left and saw a defender there cut back, and not a whole lot there.
Here's another look from a Whitehead Hancock replay. Pass out to Hurst. He will get the first down and then some. Dury Trahan, the quarterback for Franklin County, connects with 5th-year senior Gavin Hurst, taking advantage of his COVID year. Hand off to Moore this time, and he is a load to bring down. Gets down to about the 6-yard line.
And Franklin County got set and playing a little up-tempo football right now.
That was a nice block by the pulling guard. I think maybe that was Chris Hunley, 53. I think that got over there. And I don't see a flag, but the head official is talking to one of the other referees, and doesn't seem to be doing much. Perhaps making sure the spot was correct.
Maybe to see if, yeah.
Trahan keeps it himself. Gets a nice block and bounces into the end zone. The Flyers on top early here.
Yeah, the fake dive to Moore. Linebackers bid on the fake, and then Trahan just gets around the edge. Great blocking downfield, and then he just powers his way into the end zone.
Jack Sims tried to make the tackle for North Oldham, but unable to do so. Too little, too late. Caden Campbell will hold for the Flyers. Easton Powell will kick. Spots down, kicks up, it's good. Franklin County 7-0 in the early going here on this second round playoff game on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
In 1972, a young David Tolles vowed to jump the Kentucky River on his big wheel. He did not make it. We can rebuild him. We have the capability to make the world's perfect mechanic. Better, stronger, faster. David Tolles Tires and Auto Service on Duncan Road.
Welcome back, everyone, to Benny Watkins Field. Clint Goins and Chris Cole and the Cable 10 crew here with you for tonight's second round playoff game. Franklin County on top, 6-0.
And Franklin County not wasting any time on that opening drive off of the interception.
Powell puts his foot into it. That's going to go into the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and the Mustangs will take it at their 20-yard line. Now, Chris, not to get ahead of ourselves, but assuming that Franklin County wins this contest, they will be at home next week, next Friday, and they will probably play whom?
There's so many different scenarios that could play out depending on who wins tonight across the state and the region. It will be redone. The rankings and everything will be redone based on the RPI and East versus West next week. So the western part of the state will stay basically west to 65, and then East will be reclassified as well based on RPI. A little counter there, couple yards.
Noah Lieber, the ball carrier, he's their leading rusher, 318 yards on the season. This goes to Richardson, the freshman. He picks up about 3. Third and manageable here for the North Oldham Mustangs.
If everything plays out according to plan, you're probably looking at the winner of the Logan County Bardstown game coming here next week.
I see. Okay.
Because that's that area that's right on. If Bardstown wins, they'll come here. I think Logan County, if they win, they'll go west, I think.
Yeah, it's a long drive from Logan County, Russellville. And looks like the Mustangs are going to call timeout. Jace Bullock saw something he didn't like, and he calls their first timeout. They're allotted 3 per half. We'll step aside as well. You're watching the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Bill McCoy Insurance Agency, celebrating over 48 years in business, with over 15 companies to shop from and collectively over 100 years of experience. Call, visit us, or request quotes on BillMcCoyInsuranceAgency.com.
Big third down here, 3rd and 5 for the Mustangs. We want to thank all of our sponsors, particularly Tim and Rebecca Hubbard, for providing a meal tonight for the Cable 10 crew. They also brought donuts. If I get diabetes, I'm going to charge Tim and Rebecca Hubbard. They know my weakness.
Well, quick out here, and I think it's going to be enough for first down.
Yeah, it's Lieber on the reception. Just barely, but he did get the first down. Wise timeout there by Coach Roberts and the Mustangs. There's that counter play again. Franklin County reading it pretty well. Lieber again on the carry, but only gets about 2, maybe 3.
Todd Taylor from his linebacker spot, he stayed and filled the gap and brought down Lieber right away.
Taylor, a senior and one of the captains for tonight's game. Bullock throws it out, but a good job of the Flyer defense, particularly Shalom Moore. He read that pass and came up quickly to put the first hit on the receiver.
Third and 7, another big time third down here for the Mustangs, because you don't want to fall behind this Franklin County team too deep, too quick.
Bullock goes back and he connects. Connor Nesmith, a freshman receiver for the Mustangs. And I think that'll be enough for the first down. Yes, it's about an 11 on that reception. Let's look at Coach Roberts. Mustangs check their wristbands. Man, I wish they had those back when I played. Would have made life a lot simpler, I think. Another connection. That was the same receiver, I believe. Connor Nesmith. Bullock with a kind of a sidearm delivery.
This is kind of shades of that drive that got them kind of going the first time these two teams met. Long, methodical.
But if I remember correctly, the Mustangs couldn't actually punch it in.
I think so.
Good tackle there by Caden Campbell, number 7. The junior for the Flyers. 3rd and 3. Bullock in the backfield by himself. Keeps it himself, but no going. Flyer defense swallows him up at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle, number 39, John Griffin.
And County was bringing pressure off the edge. They were blitzing off the edge, and Bullock stepped up in the middle there, and it just closed very quickly.
4th and 3. Looks like the Mustangs are going to go for it here. Or at least maybe try to draw the Flyers off sides. But no. Quick kick by Bullock, and that gets inside the 20, and the Flyers will take over. Let's look at Dury Trahan. That's an effective play.
In short yardage like that on your opposite side of the 50.
Yes, when the defense doesn't have anybody back to return it, because they got to respect the pass. Hand off to Hurst. Hurst is only going to pick up a couple.
Yeah, just an end around, jet sweep, whatever you want to call it there. Hurst able to get about 3 there.
Trahan, quick throw into the flat. It's caught by Jason Collins for a pickup of another 3 yards, let's say. Well, they're saying 5 yards. Got more than I thought he did. He does get almost to the 25-yard line. 3rd and 2. Hand off to Moore. And I don't think Moore got it. He's close, but he's going to be about a yard shy. I will say I saw that coming. When you're 3rd and 2, you give it your big back, but the Mustangs were able to send Zachary Mortensen in there to make the tackle. And here we are, 4th and 1. This time, Christian Moore will get the first down and then some.
Yeah, North Oldham that time stacked the box in the middle. Moore found just a little bit of a seam off tackle right here. Good vision, gets out, and enough for a first down.
Trahan rolls out and airs it out. Up top to Hurst. Gets a nice block from a fellow receiver, and the Flyers are in the end zone again.
And you kind of felt like that was coming, right? That they had went power, 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 and then they got the first down and then play action. Trahan does a really good job. He's always looking downfield. That's what really impresses me about him. And then you had 2 receivers in the area, and Collins gets a little
nice block. I mean, not that Hurst wouldn't have gotten in there anyway, but that block kind of sealed the deal.
Kind of a shield block, just kind of got in the way of the defender.
That's why they call it running interference. Powell's PAT is up and good, and Franklin County leads by 2 touchdowns here in the first quarter on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Hi.
We're looking for insurance.
Oh, let's see who's free.
When insurance agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a trusted choice independent agent is free to shop many companies for a better deal. Free to do what's right for you.
Bill McCoy Insurance Agency, celebrating over 48 years in business. Call, come by, or visit our website for free quotes today.
Welcome back, folks, to Benny Watkins Field here at Franklin County High School. Clint Goins, Chris Cole, and the Cable 10 Game of the Week crew here with you. There's Eddie James talking to members of his staff. I think they're talking to Dury Trahan there. And don't forget, folks, at halftime we'll have the Classic Gold Master Jewelers halftime show, which I'm pretty sure will feature highlights and a performance by the Franklin County Marching Band under the direction of Josh Toppus. Powell stretches out a little bit before he puts his leg into it. Taken at the 10-yard line by the Mustangs. And we don't have a lot of places to go. That was Zachary Murphy, a senior running back, with the catch.
Franklin County does a really good job filling their lanes down the field there.
Yeah, he didn't have, after he caught the ball, he really didn't have anywhere to go. Bullock puts a man in motion, hands to that counter play again. But a good job by the Flyer defense, reading it well. Jeremy Walters, a junior for Franklin County, with the tackle.
Jeremy's still the leading tackler on this team.
I believe so.
Yep. So give him 100 total tackles on the year now.
Wow.
99 coming into the game.
Mustangs check their wristbands again. Hand off to Lieber this time, I believe, and he gets nothing. Not sure he got back to the line of scrimmage, and Walters in on that tackle as well.
Ty Taylor, first man there. And then a flock of Flyers come in to finish him off.
A flock of Flyers.
You like that, didn't you?
I did. That's impressive. I think that may have been the last play of the first quarter. North Oldham seems to be just walking down the other end of the field, and I think that'll do us. Flyers on top, 14-0. We'll step aside and more football when we come back here on the Cable's Inn Game of the Week.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Estate Tree Service. We have a solution for all your tree care needs. Estate Tree Service provides expert tree care and preservation. Call 502-229-5258 for a free estimate.
Hello, my name is Greg with Estate Tree Service, the name you know and trust.
Over the past 60 years, Estate Tree Service has become a name people know and trust in Central Kentucky. From tree removal, pruning, and stump grinding to debris cleanup, we are always available with our 24/7 emergency services. Estate Tree Service is licensed and insured, and our mission is to provide safe, quality tree care at a fair rate. Give us a call at 502-229-5258 or go online for a free quote.
Tune in to Around 10, Frankfort's very own morning show. We cover all the happenings in the capital city every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. live on Cable 10, Facebook, and YouTube. Remember, if it happens around town, it's on Around 10.
Second quarter about to get underway. Franklin County leads 14-0, but the North Oldham Mustangs have the ball. Third down and 8 yards to go. There appears to be some confusion there by the Mustangs. Not a good sign coming out of a quarter break. Bullock drops back to pass. Decides to tuck it and run, and he's going to be just a little bit shy, I believe, of the first down. He'll be close.
Maybe fourth and about 1.
I believe so. Since they've swapped sides with the home team is now on the far side of the cameras, we can't see the down markers. So scoreboard says 4th and 2. Quick kick again, or are they going to go for it? What do you think? About to find out. They are going to go for it, and they're going to be successful, I think.
Had him for a loss, and he squirted through to get the first down.
That's Gray Schmidl, the leading receiver coming into the game. Gutsy play, good catch. Gutsy play call there by Coach Roberts, because, you know, if you don't pick that up, you've given it over to the Flyers in really good field position. And something happened.
So ball snapped, center moves, quarterback decides just to spike it.
Yeah,
now.
No penalty. It just the fact that I think the center snapped the ball on 1 when it should have been snapped on 2. And everybody else just kind of stood there. Bullock's pass incomplete, and the intended receiver really wanted a flag thrown. That's Connor Nesmith, the freshman, but he's not going to get it. Here's another look at it. I thought it was just good defense.
Yeah, it's one of those bang plays.
3rd and 10, man in motion. Bullock drops back. Flush out of the pocket, just throws it way over his receiver, and the receiver can't believe there's not pass interference. And to me,
that's an uncatchable ball.
A, uncatchable ball. B, he got there at about the time the ball would have got there. There's a flag, and it wouldn't surprise me if this is on the North Oldham coaching staff or their bench.
Yeah, somebody's probably said something. They're going to give them a sideline warning here.
North Oldham fans not too happy about that, but coach must have said something. Punting situation for the Mustangs, and oh my goodness, that did not go very far. I am not really sure that ball got to the line of scrimmage. It didn't. It is a yard shy of the line of scrimmage.
And it took a county bounce backwards.
That's why the Flyers picked it up. Let's see, it bounces at the 40, but then comes back to the 35. The line of scrimmage was the 33, so the Flyers advanced it a couple of yards. So it's 1st and 10 from the Mustang 32. Dury Trahan, quick pitch to Hurst. He zigs, then zags, and is run out of bounds by Jackson Graham, a senior defensive back for North Oldham.
I think he got down to about the 27, gain of about 5, I think.
Christian Moore, big hole. Chris, you and I could have both got through that hole. Moore still on his feet, stumbles into the end zone. Touchdown, Franklin County.
And that up-tempo offense that County's putting out there tonight really caused the problems for North Oldham's defense.
Here's another look.
Great blocking up front. Like you said, that hole was big enough for me and you to run together.
I know, side by side we could have got through. Oh my goodness. So Franklin County scores again here, up by 3 touchdowns as Easton Powell will come in to kick the point after touchdown. Chris, you mentioned before that one of the few PATs that Powell has missed was one that was blocked by big number 61 of North Oldham, Grady Anthony. All right, Flyers up by 3 touchdowns. We'll come back with the kickoff after this on the Game of the Week.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Whitehead Hancock. Whitehead Hancock Plumbing has been serving Frankfort families for more than 100 years. You can trust Whitehead Hancock for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and septic needs. Call them today at 502-227-2213 for 24-hour emergency service or visit their website at whiteheadhancock.com.
Welcome back to Benny Watkins Field here at Franklin County High School. Clint Goins and Chris Cole here with you. And Chris, you wanted to give a shout out to the 7th grade Elkhorn Middle School football team.
Yes, they defeated West Jessamine last week in the state semifinals. They will play Northern Pulaski tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. at LCA. For the state championship of the 6th and 7th grade state championship tomorrow morning.
All right, go Elks. Good job. Powell will kick off from his 40, and Looks like that's going to go into the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and the Mustangs from North Oldham High School will take over from their 20-yard line. As you can see, 10:04 remaining until halftime. Flyers up by 3 touchdowns.
And Franklin County doing a really good job on defense, really containing North Oldham. And North Oldham lost the play. I mean, if you think about it, that last possession on that first down with the snap, and then the quarterback just had to spike the ball.
There's that counter play. This time, Lieber gets about 11 yards.
So County came with the blitz. That time, double 8 gap blitz, and he sidesteps it, gets by a would-be tackler right at the line of scrimmage, and gains, like you said, 11 yards, enough for a first down.
Shalom Moore finally on the tackle for the Flyers. Jace Bullock back to pass. Incomplete. I believe Connor Nesmith was the intended target. Bullock has to throw that one away after Luke Toothaker got in the backfield and was hunting him down. Here's another look from the end zone camera on our Whitehead Hancock instant replay, and Bullock wisely gets rid of it.
And that's a coverage player. Yeah,
a coverage sack.
Basically, yes. The secondary did a good job of playing their wide receivers tight, not giving him any place to throw it, and then you get pressure, and he just has to throw it away.
3rd and 10. Bullock drops back, and a quick pass that was intended for Jack Sims, but I think Walters was in there pressuring him for Franklin County on a delayed blitz. So it's 4th and 10 and a obvious punting situation here for the Mustangs of North Oldham High School. Their punter is Cooper Benson. He is also their place kicker. We'll see him kick off in the second half. Nice snap, but the punt, again, not very far. Hunter Gottschall with the reception of the punt and runs it up about 10 yards or so. And the Flyers.
A little better punt that time.
A little better punt, yes. Still not a great punt, but a lot better than that last one. The Flyers again will start their drive in Mustang territory. Trahan rolls out, throws it to Brennan Robinson. Robinson picks up about 3 or 4. Pass a little behind him.
Yeah, good job by Robinson to bring that in and turn and get upfield for a positive gain.
There's a look at a couple of linemen. 57 is Rylan Gillian. Going to direct snap to Moore here. Moore will just take it himself, barrel ahead, still on his feet. Gets to the 23-yard line, let's say.
23, 24-yard line, and another big gain for Christian Moore on the ground. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's exactly right.
And as good as Christian Moore is, you got to give credit to the Big Five up front. I mean, they open up those holes and make it really easy.
Direct snap again to Moore. Almost the same play, but we've got some whistles. And illegal procedure. False start. What we used to call backfield in motion. They don't call it that anymore. I didn't see it, did you?
Not unless one of the receivers moved out wide. Maybe Trahan hadn't got set yet when he moved out of the backfield.
1st and 15. Go back to Trahan. This time he gives it to number 27, Jaquan Crawford. Crawford, just a sophomore. Gets 4 yards back. 2nd and 11. Trahan throws it to a wide open receiver. Fighting. Gets it inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line. I think that was Jason Collins. But we have a flag. And that's going to go against Franklin County. Did he say holding?
Yes.
Terry Johnson, the PA announcer here at Franklin County High School for at least 40 years.
Yeah, we're really blessed in this town. We've got 3 top-notch announcers.
We do, and they've all had at least 20 years of experience.
And they're all different in their own ways.
They
right?
are. Yeah.
Mike Hellard is just full of energy, and Terry's just that slow, old-fashioned announcer. And then you got Kim Mitchell down at Frankfort High.
Yeah.
A little floater pass.
And that's going to be caught and just out of bounds as Jason Collins gets it down to the 3.
But again, Trahan, a little under pressure. You know, he's looking, always looking downfield, finds, follows his progression and finds, his receiver late coming across the field and just floats it out in front of him, allows him to gain a big yardage.
We talked about Bullock being one of the better quarterbacks in the 4A with 2,400, almost 2,500 passing yards as Franklin County scores again. And we talked about the disrespect Franklin County feels like they may have received by not getting the player of the year or the coach of the year in the district. But Trahan doesn't get, I don't think, the credit he deserves. He's a pretty good quarterback,
No,
too.
he came in right at 187 yards a game, 21 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions on the season, at about a 69-70% completion rate coming into tonight's game.
Not too shabby. Powell has a kick that's blocked again. Now, wait just a second here. The kick is blocked. It's never hit the ground. Franklin County catches it and takes off running, and they blow the play dead. That does not seem right to me, Chris. We'll look at that again when we come back. Franklin County up by 4 touchdowns, 27-0 here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Traditional Bank. When your business is looking to win, with tough competition around every corner, you need high performers backing you up. Traditional Bank's local team will stand by your side as a trusted partner, your friendly neighbor, and your biggest fan. It's time to make the switch. Traditional Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back, everyone. Franklin County up 27-0. We'll have the kickoff here, and then we're going to look again at that PAT that was blocked by North Oldham and why I think, Chris Cole, that the officials made a mistake.
No.
I know, hard to believe, isn't it? It'll be a touchback.
Us disagreeing with an official's call? There's no way, Clint.
The Mustangs will take it over from their 20-yard line. Here's a look at it. The kick is up. It's blocked.
By guess who?
It's caught. Why is that not a 2-point conversion? That should, in my opinion, that should be a 2-point conversion. The ball never hit the ground. I don't know.
Well, I didn't think you were allowed to jump over down linemen, but that's...
Anyway, I really don't think it's going to matter in the long run because Franklin County seems to be well in control of this ball game. But we will see. We will see. That is a question that I would like someone to answer for me.
I got it.
You got an answer
I got
already?
an official that's
you
already.
And your crack research. You mean somebody's watching us?
Yes. Yes. Only a field goal is a live ball.
Oh, PATs or not?
PAT blocked is dead. That's
well,
his
what do you know?
exact words.
I stand
Thank
corrected.
you, Matt Satterwhite.
I stand corrected. Yes, thank you, Mr. Satterwhite. Learn something new every day. You'll learn stuff here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week. Not by Chris and Cole, but people that respond.
Thanks, Clint. I appreciate it.
Hey, you know people in high places.
I got friends in low places too, but.
All right, 3rd and 7 now here for the Mustangs. They had a decent drive there in the middle of the first quarter, but they have not been much successful since then. And Bullock chased out of the pocket, but races down, gets a first down and then some. Flyers had him deep, dead to rights in the backfield, but he's able to squirt out of there and pick up about 25 yards.
And the deepest they've been into Franklin County territory.
And I thought Caden Campbell was going to get him back there for a loss, but it didn't work out. Handoff this time to Richardson, the freshman. And I believe he gets a first down as well. Mustangs having their best drive so far. Ty Taylor with the tackle for Franklin County. And they're going to get another cheap 5 yards there as the Flyers jump the snap.
Franklin County a little over aggressive with their defensive assignments. That time they get the offsides, and then good job there in the secondary to tip that away. 2 receivers in the area.
Jackson Graham, the intended receiver. He's a senior for the Mustangs. If the Flyers can stop them here without getting on the scoreboard, that would be a big thing. Mustangs not in the red zone, but right on the verge, and that pass is just out of reach of Jack Sims. Here's another look from our Whitehead Hancock instant replay. He kind of had to throw it wide, because had he thrown it where Sims was, pretty sure Ty Taylor would have picked that off.
Yeah, and I still thought Taylor had an opportunity if he could have got an arm reach there.
3rd and 5. That one's in the dirt. Caden Campbell all over it anyway.
Matt Satterwhite texted me, said this was his only Friday night off this season from officiating, and he's watching us on YouTube.
Well, thank you, Mr. Satterwhite. We appreciate it. Number one, we appreciate your service for being an official, because, you know, there's in all sports in the KHSAA,
it's a little bit of a shortage.
We're hurting for officials, so we appreciate you for doing that. But we also appreciate you tuning in here and watching this game. All right, Franklin County calls a timeout. 27-0 is your score. We'll be back here on the Game of the Week. As you can see right there, we got 4 minutes and 40 seconds left until halftime. Well, we'll have the Classic Gold Master Jewelers halftime show featuring highlights from the first half and a performance by the Franklin County High School Marching Band. 4th and 5, the Mustangs are going for it. Bullock drops back and just gets it off. It's picked off by the Flyers.
Jeremy Walters.
And Bullock paid the price there at the end. John Griffin was right there as he let go of the ball. He probably threw it a little bit earlier than he wanted to because he felt Griffin's presence. And Walters gets it back almost to the 50. It'll be at the Flyer 49-yard line, and they've got a chance to score here with 4.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Hurst in motion, takes the handoff and is quickly swallowed up by Connor Nesmith. The freshman back in the backfield.
Yeah, Nesmith came on a blitz up the middle. No one picked him up, and he was able to meet Hurst right after the handoff.
Loss of 8 yards. Under 4 minutes now. Tareen Smith with the carry. Gets the first down.
And a lot more.
All the way to about the 25-yard line. We got a flag on the play. We think it may be a face mask, according to our replay producer tonight, David Columbia. That far down the field, you would think it'd have to be that or a personal foul. Personal foul face mask, yes, that's what it is.
So 15 yards from the end of the run.
So right there, yep. Excellent work by camera crew. I think that's John Piesheimer down there on the end zone camera.
All the way down to the 15.
Yeah, I'm surprised. It's not the 10 because he was out of the 25. Personal fouls are 15 yards, or maybe it was half the distance.
There we go.
Or no, now they're moving it. Okay, yeah. So he was maybe at the 27. And then they move it down here to about the 12-yard line. Christian Moore with the carry, and nobody's going to touch him until after he crosses the goal line. Franklin County scores again. Christian Moore playing to the camera. And again, a great big hole. Nope, they're going to go for one here. Easton Powell. And it's up and good. 34-0. Flyers rolling here in the first half of this second round playoff game. This is the Cable 10 Game of the Week. As a person that has an X band, let me say, get it. It's well worth it. 34-0 your score. Clint Goins and Chris Cole here at Benny Watkins Field at Franklin County High School, and they are rolling. This is a team they beat earlier in the season, 60-13. Is that right?
61-13.
61-13. And, I thought that, they might be overlooking this team for the next round, but they're not. They're taking care of business. Powell puts his leg into it. This one will have to be taken from the 4-yard line. And Schmidl on the return. Gets out, I think, to about the 25. Nope, 31-yard line. I was off by about 5 yards.
Got an update, Clint. Frankfort trails Raceland 33-6 in the second quarter.
Raceland's a pretty good piece away up there near Ashland, Kentucky.
Yeah, and a pretty strong 1A school.
Yes, they're a good team, and I think it's hard to sit on a bus for about 3 hours. and then get off and play football. I know that when you're in high school, you probably don't think that, but as an old man.
Well, and you've been at school all day.
Yeah. And suddenly you got to get your body and mind into a different place. And there's that counter play, but boy, they read that real good that time. On the tackle, that's John Griffin.
And another tackle for a loss for him on the season.
They've run that play several times. On the carry that time was Zachary Mortensen.
Now look for County to call. Well, did North Oldham call timeout?
Well, I don't know. The clock continues to run, and the Flyers call timeout. I'm just surprised by that they would let 15 seconds roll off the clock.
A little gamemanship there, because Roberts called his team over to force County to call timeout and burn one of their timeouts there.
I see. All right, while we're in this timeout here, let's take a look at the Flyer defense so far this game. They've made some excellent plays, and that's the second pick, I think. Or no, that was the first pick. That was the first pick. But they've done a really good job. The only bad play was when Bullock was forced out of the pocket and picked up about 25 yards. Other than that, they have been all over the Mustangs tonight.
Yeah, they have forced 2 turnovers, 2 punts, made them go for it. A few possessions on 4th down.
So just under 2 minutes to go, 3rd and 15. Flyers hoping to force a punt and get the ball back one more time.
I wouldn't be surprised if North Oldham doesn't run the ball here. No.
Again, Bullock throws it away, stopping the clock. Yeah, you're right.
I would have ran the ball there and made County use their final timeout.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you don't have a whole lot of plays in the playbook that is designed to pick up 15-plus yards.
Right. This is 4th and 15. Are they going to punt it? Yes, they are. They're bringing in their punter, Cooper Benson, number 95, or number 95, excuse me. And, I hate to say it, but, he's kind of hit or miss. I mean, now that is a good punt, Mr. Benson. Pretty good job. Hurst with it, though. He could run this thing back. And he does. I said good punt, but maybe not so much. That's one of the few people on the Franklin County team that you don't want to kick the ball to.
And that is the last 3 games that we have had for Franklin County. Gavin Hurst has returned a punt.
Mm-hmm. He only needed one good block, too, to get out there along the sideline and take it into the end zone.
He outkicked his coverage.
He did. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So, 40-0. Powell will come in to kick the extra point, and whether he makes it or not, folks, we are in a running clock situation. Kick is up, and it looks good. The officials agree. 41-0. 1:35 left in the game. We'll have more football right after this short break on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
all your automotive needs.
Don't let your car keep you from making important plans. Take it to David Tolles Auto Pro, 515 Duncan Road and 1348 Versailles Road.
Welcome back to the Rock, the home of the Flyers, everyone. If you've not been in here a while, they've put in a big rock. Have you seen that?
Yes.
I walked past that tonight. They're certainly playing as hard as a rock this evening, up 41-0 over the North Oldham Mustangs.
So, got another quick update. It is now 48-6 at Racing.
That's a bad sign. That's a bad sign. And I think we're going to have another offside call. But the clock doesn't stop on penalties anymore since we're in a running clock situation. So Easton Powell will have to kick it off, and my guess is that might be the last play of the first half, because really the Mustangs don't have to make a play. Powell keeps it deep, taken at the 4-yard line by Schmidl. Still on his feet. And finally brought down at around the 37-yard line with under 30 seconds to go. And my guess is North Oldham will just pack it in and go to the locker room for halftime and try to regroup. That is indeed the case. We'll step aside. We'll have the Classic Gold Master Jewelers halftime show with some highlights and a performance by the Franklin County High School Marching Band. That's next here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Game of the Week halftime show is brought to you by Classic Gold. Art-carved class rings are available at Classic Gold Master Jewelers on 859 East Main Street in Frankfort.
Classic Gold Master Jewelers has an amazing selection of jewelry that anyone will love. Classic Gold also provides custom services like pearl restringing, engraving, watch repair, ring resizing, and custom designs. Classic Gold Master Jewelers, 859 East Main Street.
Welcome back, everyone, to Benny Watkins Field here at Franklin County High School. Clint Goins, Chris Cole, and Kyle Thompson will join us also here. First, let's take a look at some of the first half highlights. This is an interception in the early first quarter. Oh, look at that! I didn't see that. Did you see how she jumped the hurdle?
The drum major?
Yeah, jumped the hurdle. That's impressive. All right, here's a look at that interception one more time. That's Shalom Moore.
That's your offensive district player of the year.
And Dury Trahan takes it in himself.
But there's your best quarterback in the district, just in case somebody's wondering.
Trahan airs it out, goes to Gavin
It's your
Hurst.
best wide receiver in the district.
Gets your nice block from Jason Collins. Flyers up 14-0 at this point.
And there's our best running back of the district.
And then, of course,
it's Jerome Bettis Jr.
Jerome Bettis Jr., the bus, Christian Moore, with a touchdown. And then
475.
Collins, Jason Collins.
Soul just left his body.
A touchdown here and another pick.
That's your offensive player of the year for the district.
Two interceptions.
Two interceptions.
The leading tackler for the Flyers gets the interception that time. That's Jeremy Walters. Then we have a nice run back there from Tareen Smith. And then Christian Moore again goes into the end zone untouched and plays it up for the camera here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week. Now we will step aside ever so briefly for performance of the Franklin County High School Band under the direction of Josh Thomas.
The associate director is Mr. Andrew Pregame. The main director coach is Mr. Pregame. The officials around the field, assistant ground managers, Junior Graham and Junior Andy Conway, and head ground manager, Senior Alan Sayre. The players now kick off tonight's second-round playoff action show, which is recorded from August of 2021. Debuting at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and the recipient of 2022 MTV Music Video Awards for Best Video Effects, Best Direction, and Best Collaboration. From Louisville coach Jack Harlow and his buddy Lil Nas X, here's Industry Baby. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2023 Franklin County High School Flyer Major at Power, Junior Abigail Hyman, Junior Allie Moore, sophomore Savannah Beckett, freshman Corinne Aguilar, freshman Arabia Gann, freshman Ava Gould, and freshman Payne Hinkle. The Flyers continue to demonstrate their youthful versatility as they bring you this upbeat and up-tempo dance hit from 2008. A content hit in more than 20 different countries. It was number 1 in the United States for 2 weeks. Named one of the best cover songs of 2008. Received a Grammy nomination for Best Dance Recording. From Rihanna, here's Historia. The Flyers now close down our chart topping, eye-popping, 7-round playoff game halftime show. This pregame and fast-paced rocker from 2007. Nate Wood's best song of that year, and Grammy nominated for best rock song and record of the year. Let's get ready to clap our hands and start our beat from the Foo Fighters. Here's the Pretender.
A great job, as always, by the Flyer marching band here in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It is a Friday Night Lights edition of Around 10.
Hey.
How you doing?
And I'm good. I'm just wondering, are they going to play the second half, or is there like a mercy rule?
They will play the second half. It will be a running clock
Oh.
because it's over 36 points, so it'll move pretty quick.
Oh,
with
okay.
a
So
running
that's the
clock.
thing. They don't stop for anything.
Well, I mean, I think maybe timeouts and like injuries, a few spots they'll stop the clock, but it'll go pretty quick.
Okay.
So, but yeah, another dominating performance by the Flyers here in the playoffs. It's exciting.
Well, I don't know about you, but
Yeah.
I know that everybody likes watching this on cable 10
I mean,
if they can't make it out.
It's been going
to the
on
stadium.
for a long time.
Yeah.
I've been here at the plant board for 17 years, and it predated me. So I'd say probably about 20 years
More.
of Game of the Week.
I don't know.
But yeah, I
It's
know
something
people
we
here in
want
the
to keep
community
around
love.
here, right?
That's right.
So what do they need to do?
Well, I mean, I think we've been talking about some things going around in our community.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that folks know about them.
Yep.
And because people are still learning, right?
People are still learning.
You still hear like, wait, what?
There's whispers, there's stuff, there's things in the newspaper, things said at meetings.
Right. We want to make sure people understand what's at stake.
That's right. So there's a possibility that, there's rumblings that there might be legislation coming out in the 2024 Kentucky General Assembly that might force the sale of FPB Telecom Division, which includes
all of this.
Cable 10, all of this.
The history of Cable 10 in this community.
That's right. And so we want our viewers to know, especially those, if you're watching, you watch Cable 10, obviously. And you probably don't want it to go away because we do things like this. If you can't make it out to the games, you can watch it from home.
Yeah.
You can watch it from your smartphone or any device.
Maybe you're a grandparent that lives in a different state.
They can check it out on YouTube. So we want people to know how they can support us. You can go to iwantmyfpb.com. It'll take you to a page that gives you a little bit of history about what's going on, a little background. And then some ways that you can help
So
support.
what can folks do to help?
Right now,
They
can go to that page,
Okay.
and there's links there to the mayor's email and all of our city commissioners' email and their phone numbers, or how to get in touch with them, at least at City Hall, to let them know that you support FPB and that you would like to keep the telecom division as a municipal part of the municipal utility, because that's going to help control your rates.
Yep.
We won't be owned by a private company.
Yeah, it's yours. Today, this
You own
is
it.
yours. If it's sold, it will not be yours.
That's right. Because FPB is a public, nonprofit, public municipal utility, which means that we're owned by our customers. That means right now, you already have the ability to sell us if you want. If the community decides they don't want to own telecom anymore, all they have to do is let our mayor and city commissioners know. They'll put it on the ballot to sell, and our community can vote to sell off telecom.
That's not what's been proposed by.
That's not
by the
what's
State
being
Senate.
proposed. And what's being proposed is that it's taken out of our community's hands. We have a state senator who evidently thinks he knows better than us, than our community, because right now they have the ability to say if they want to sell us, and he wants to take that ability out of our hands.
So what you can do now is go to that website, iwantmyfpb.com, and reach out to the city commission and let them know that you think it's important that we keep control of vital utilities, not only telecom, but also the effects that it might have on electric and water as well.
And it will have effects. If FPB is forced to sell off telecom, it will definitely have effects on the other two lines of business, which is electric and water. There's just no way around it.
Yeah.
So we hope that we get support from our community, especially viewers like you. Go to iwantmyfpb.com, read a little bit about it. There's some links there to send a email of support or phone numbers to call our mayor and city commissioners to let them know how much you support Cable 10 and the Frankfort Plant Board.
All right. Well, Kathy, thanks so much for coming out on a Friday night and doing this. I was here anyway, but you came out special.
I'm here. Well, I'm here for the Flyers, but I'm
Yep.
also here for our community and to help save FPB.
Okay. Well, thanks for that. iwantmyfpb.com. We'll be talking more about it in the future. Enjoy the rest of the second half. Good luck to the Flyers, and we'll look for a deep run in the playoffs. We'll be back with second half action right after this.
Welcome to the second half, folks. I know that this game is, looking pretty good for Franklin County, up 41-0. But you'll want to stay around because at the end, we have the Tim and Rebecca Hubbard play of the game. Tim and Rebecca are realtors with Exit Realty Crutcher. Onside kick here by the Mustangs. It looks like Franklin County was successful in covering it up. I think it was Caden Campbell. Flag on the play.
Flag.
Late hit, maybe? Because Campbell was basically on the ground when he got the ball. Personal foul. Yep. That's all that I can imagine it would be. Here's another look from a Whitehead Hancock instant replay, and, well, it wasn't late. Maybe targeting, maybe? I don't know. It's a little unfortunate. I don't think the Mustang player meant any ill intent by that. He was playing the ball. We'll have a running clock here in the second half. Trahan, screen pass. Gets it ahead to his receiver. That's Taylor. Now he goes by two different names. In one roster, I have him listed as Cohen Taylor, but in another one, I think he's called, is it Zach Taylor? Jacob Taylor. Jacob Taylor. Anyway, Mr. Taylor got the first down, but then Franklin County gets a false start penalty. That'll back him up 5 yards. The ball was on the 18. Now it's going to be on the 23.
The only thing I can think of there is Taylor, when he came in motion, made a step
towards the scrimmage line.
Yes.
They hand it off to Christian Moore, and Moore is going to go in untouched yet again.
That's coming back.
Holding against the Flyers. So that'll bring up 1st and 25.
Did you see where the hold was?
I did not. Did you see it? Trahan back to pass, connects. That's to Taylor. No, that's to Hurst. Gavin Hurst this time on the reception. Jackson Graham, a senior for the North Oldham Mustangs, with the tackle. Handoff to Taylor. He's getting a lot of work here at the beginning of the second half.
I think he may have lost a yard or two there.
Sims on the tackle for North Oldham.
They got to get all the way down to the 4-yard line for first down.
3rd and 19. Trahan. Reception by Jason Collins. They're going to be well short. Will we see Powell kick here? What do you think?
Yes. I think so.
Good play by North Oldham, number 14 there, Sims. Fought off his blocker and makes the tackle. Well, no, we're not going to. Yes, we are. Yes, Powell will try a kick, and Franklin County calls timeout. This is going to be a 35-yarder. Coach James not real happy about something.
Yeah, even when you're up 41-0, you're going to find something to.
You still want to execute. You know, you want to execute well, and now they pulled the field goal team off. That was going to be a 35-yard attempt, and he called a timeout before any flag was thrown. So are they going to go for it now?
Looks like it.
Looks like they are. Your center for Franklin County, number 58, Colin Tate. Julian Bosch, number 66, is on the front line. I think that's how you say his last name, Bosch, B-O-E-S-C-H-E. He's a junior. Trahan dancing around, finally gets rid of it, throws it up to Robinson. He makes the catch, but he's going to be shy, I think, of first down.
It's going to be close. And he got it.
Yeah, Franklin County staying on the field. So good heads-up play by Dury Trahan and also by Robinson to get open and get to the line to get that first down. High snap, Collins with the carry. Stopped at the 3.
And on that last play, great example of how Trahan is always looking downfield, looking for a receiver to break loose at the last minute. Really good maturity because young quarterback, even though he's a senior, he's still a young quarterback. Can panic, kind of pull it down and take off running, but he's always looking downfield.
Collins this time goes into the end zone untouched, and Franklin County scores again. Here's another look. Nice block by the offensive line. Now Powell will kick. You know, though, I kind of want to see him go for a 35-yarder. I really did. It's up and appears to be good, and it is. Flyers on top, 48-0 here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Hey, that was my friend Logan's soccer coach. Why'd you wave at her?
Because she's also our Kentucky Farm Bureau insurance agent. She's the one that helped us get our house fixed after that big storm last year.
Well, that explains the name of their team.
Which is?
The Storm.
Good one.
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Welcome back, everyone. Crowd starting to thin out a little bit here as the Flyers appear to be rolling to another victory on their undefeated season. This win will make them 12-0. And they'll be hosting at home next week and will again be on the Cable 10 Game of the Week. Powell sends it into the end zone, touchback. The North Oldham Mustangs will take over at their own 20.
Just 2 games have come final in the state in the playoff run tonight. And Highlands over Dixie Heights 40-7, and then Bryan Station, that has Franklin County ties. Coach Philip Hawkins played at Franklin County. They won over Tate's Creek 43-10 tonight.
Station had a big year last year, going deep in the playoffs.
And the Flyers beat Station
earlier on this year. Was it the first game of the year?
Second game.
Second game of the year, yeah. Franklin County again jumps off sides. This time it appears that the guilty party is 52, Xavion Brent, a sophomore for the Flyers. But Coach James pats him on the head. The one good thing you can say about fouls of that nature is that, you know, at least you were trying. Big tackle there by number 51. He's excited. That's Xander Eddington, just a freshman for Franklin County. He wraps up Christopher Richardson, another freshman on the other side of the ball. There's that counter, and again, it doesn't go anywhere, and that's really the Flyers' second team defense. A lot, not all of them, but a lot of them are second teamers in there, and they're still getting the job done against the North Oldham Mustangs.
And team tackling, right? I mean, there were 7 or 8 helmets in on that tackle.
3rd and 5, and that may have been the final play of the third quarter. We'll see if they, looks like they're going to get one off here. Jace Bullock drops back, flushed out of the pocket. Goes down at the 10-yard line. Gavin Hurst, number 5, back in there, but the first person was John Griffin. Comes back there and nobody touched him. So the third quarter comes to a close. Franklin County up 48-0 on the game of the week.
Hi.
We're looking for insurance.
Oh, let's see who's free.
When insurance agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a Trusted Choice independent agent is free to shop many companies for a better deal. Free to do what's right for you.
Bill McCoy Insurance Agency, celebrating over 48 years in business. Call, come by, or visit our website for free quotes today.
Yeah, this is Joe. You need a tree removed from your yard? Yeah, I can do that for you.
Don't take a chance on any Joe Schmo. Call Estate Tree Service for all your tree care needs. Since 1957, Estate Tree Service has provided safe, quality tree care at a fair rate. From tree removal and pruning to stump grinding and debris cleanup, we've got you covered. Call the trusted professionals at Estate Tree Service today.
We want to thank the State Tree Service and, of course, David Toll's Auto Pro and J.O. Osborne, Tim and Rebecca Hubbard, realtors with Exit Realty Crutcher, Classic Gold Master Jewelers, and Traditional Bank, our sponsors for the game of the week, and Franklin County has scored again on a muffed punt.
So they've scored offensively. They forced 2 turnovers, returned a punt, and now blocked a punt for a touchdown.
I think number 17, Hunter Gottschall, was the one that blocked the punt and the one that picked up the punt, both. Big play by Hunter Gottschall of Franklin County. Just a junior. We'll see him next year. Powell back again to kick that PAT. Up and good. Flyers rolling 55-0 here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week. Welcome back, folks, to Benny Watkins Field. Clint Goins, Chris Cole, and the Cable 10 crew for this week's Game of the Week. And it has been all Franklin County, Chris.
Yeah, they were focused all week at practice. They had a little bit of a chip on their shoulder coming in. Felt disrespected because North Oldham got Offensive Player of the Year in the district and then the Coach of the district. And the players just felt a little disrespected after going 10-0 and basically running roughshod through the district. And they came out focused. You talked about it in the pregame show that were they maybe overlooking North Oldham? They came out and they have taken care of business.
They have. And they are hitting on all cylinders and looking good for next week. And we'll have them back again on the Game of the Week. You know, Chris, I'm a little bit conflicted as about if I were Coach Eddie James, what would I do? I mean, you want to have some other players get some playing time here, but at the same time, you want to make sure that your regular guys are staying in tune, and they've been in tune tonight for sure.
Well, and he's subbing in at spots, right?
Yeah, it's not a wholesale second string. But there's like 2 or 3 he's bringing in there. Because you're going to need these guys maybe later on this year, or certainly next year. Bullock throws out to the flat, but quickly swallowed up by Delano Collins. It could be Delano Collins, but I know for a fact it's not Delano. I know that for a fact because that's Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and he does not pronounce his name that way, even though it's spelled that way. We got a player shook up on the field here for North Oldham. That appears to be Jack Stagel. He's a senior wide receiver for the Mustangs. Finishing out his high school career here tonight at Benny Watkins Field.
Yeah, it could be an ankle or And you never want to see a player get hurt. Definitely don't want to see a senior.
Yeah.
Possibly you never know. With him not being a local kid, we don't know. He may have the opportunity to play at the next level, but this could
or
be
he could be a basketball player that's playing football, and this is going to cost him a senior of basketball if he gets. It doesn't appear to be that significant. Of course, we're not doctors. What do we know? But I'd hate to see some kid that like Western Hills, and for crying out loud, I can't think of his name, but their big defensive end that is the star of the basketball team.
Javion Campbell.
Yes, thank you very much. You'd hate to see him get injured and then miss his basketball season, because he very well could play at the next level in basketball. So good to see that he was able to get up off the field under his own power and make it back to the bench. Bullock drops back and quickly gets rid of it. That may have been a design screen pass. Therefore, the tackle. Who else? Jeremy Walters, one of the captains of tonight's game, Franklin County's leading tackler, and just a junior. We'll see him next year.
And a pretty good baseball player, too. He's, really good kid. I've got to know Jeremy over the last year personally, so great kid.
4th and 1, the Mustangs are going for it, trying to draw the Flyers offside. That's worked twice tonight.
So with that last tackle, Jeremy is now over 100 total tackles for the year. He had got 100.
Uh-oh, 4th and 1, and that's not going to wind up very good for the Mustangs as a snap goes over Bullock's head. They fall on it, but it's going to be a turnover on downs either way. That's Bullock holding his wrist there right off his fingertips. Something happened to his wrist there. You hate to see that. He may have been stepped on. Here's one more look at it here. Let's see. He gets down and stepped on his hand. Ow, that does hurt.
And with it being cold, it's going to feel even worse.
Collins with the carry, doesn't get much there as we got a new quarterback into the game for Franklin County. It's number 10, Carter Richardson. He is a sophomore for the Flyers. Seeing some action. Who knows? He may very well be the starter next year. Takes the snap, hands it off. Doreen Smith may have actually lost a yard on that carry. Not a lot of blocking out there.
And I think he thought he stepped out there because he kind of stopped running.
Ladarius Simmons, number 34, into the game. And he might have been the intended receiver because he was open right in the middle of the field. But it's offsides against North Oldham. You know what? Those are one of those plays that, like, Man, did you have to blow it dead? Particularly if you are Ladarius Simmons and the pass was intended for you and you were open. Like, man, this was my chance. Chris Stallings, a freshman for Franklin County, number 6 in the backfield. And screen pass goes to him, and he gets it inside the 10.
And close to a first down.
Yeah. Good play there by the Flyers. Under 3 minutes now. Don't forget, folks.
Here you go. You're going to get to see a
field goal attempt. This is going to be for about, what, 26 yards? And it's up, and it is good. So Powell scores again. It makes it 58-0. We've got an injured Mustang, but he gets up rather quickly. And we will step aside real quick and come back to wrap this thing up here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
David Toll's Auto Pro customers can't go anywhere without him. No matter where life takes you, the David Toll's Auto Pro nationwide warranty is by your side.
Don't forget, when this game's over, we're going to have the Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exeter Realty Crutcher play of the game. That'll be
got a lot to choose from.
We do. Lots of plays. Lots of great plays.
Defensively, special teams.
Yes, yes. We've had a punt return for a touchdown. We've had a blocked punt recovered in the end zone for a touchdown. We've had 2 interceptions. We've had a really long pass play. We've had Christian Moore into the end zone a couple of times. We've had a lot of great plays. We've had a field goal. We don't often see field goals. We got a flag on the play here, and they stop it because I don't think the officials were ready. The white hat was walking up to one of his fellow referees.
Probably wanting to know he threw
like, you
flag.
threw the flag and then picked it up. What was going on? What'd you call? You didn't tell me. If the white hat doesn't signal it, it doesn't really happen. So his felt there, you can see the white hat is coming to confer with one of his officials. Like, hey, wait. We're not quite ready just yet here, boys. Okay. I'm not sure what the flag was about. The ball's still on the 40, which is the usual place from which they kick off.
Maybe a sideline warning against Eddie.
Could be. Ball taken at the 2. Mustangs, are they going to get the goose egg off? No, they're not. That was Schmidl with the return, but he's tracked down by Collins from Franklin County. And that, folks, will end the game. We're going to step aside real quick, and we'll come back with the Tim and Rebecca Hubbard play of the game right here on the Game of the Week.
The Game of the Week Play of the Game is brought to you by Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher. Choose local realtors that treat you like family, because real estate is what they do and families are why they do it.
It's all over if they hit this field goal.
Buying or selling a home can be as exciting as winning the big game on a last-second field goal. Or it can be just as devastating if the kick doesn't go in.
And the kick goes up, and it's no good. Home team loses.
That's why in real estate it always helps to be on a winning team. Choose Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher.
Real estate is what we do.
And families are why we do it.
Wait, how'd you get in here?
Welcome back, folks. Franklin County does it again, winning 58-0 over the North Oldham Mustangs, and they will proceed to the third round of the KHS AA playoffs next Friday. But before we leave, we want to show you the Tim and Rebecca Hubbard play of the game. Here it is. A punt fielded by Gavin Hurst and taken back all the way into the blue part of the turf, which happens to be the end zone. And that is your Tim and Rebecca Hubbard, realtors with Exit Realty Crutcher, play of the game. County wins big, 58-0. Chris, final thoughts?
Well, they came out and they took care of business. They didn't overlook North Oldham, and they're firing. You said it earlier. They're firing on all cylinders. They probably look the best they have looked the last 3 or 4 weeks of the season, and that's what you want, right? Is to be peaking at playoff time. And I'll say it. I've been saying it from the get-go of the season, but the toughest class this year to win in high school football in the state of Kentucky is going to be 4A. And Franklin County, they came in to the week ranked number 2 RPI in the state behind Covington Catholic. Boyle's right there, Paducah Tillman, Corbin. Franklin County, I'll put them up against any one of those teams right now, the way they're playing.
You kind of have the traditional powers in Corbin, Covcath, and Boyle County, but Franklin County is making their mark as one of those traditional powers.
That's what I was going to say, is you could put County in as a predominant powerhouse in 4A. They have made their stamp known. They were 2 inches away from winning a state title 3 years ago. But Coach James and his staff done a really good job this week. I look for them to do another great job. Probably won't find out till later on tonight or early in the morning who's coming to town next week. But
we know the game will be here.
We know it will be here. Franklin County will be here all the way through the state semifinals.
And folks, we will be here next week with the Game of the Week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next Friday right here on Cable 10.